So last night Orlando City got back on track with a 1-0 win away from home at Real Salt Lake. It was a much needed 3 points after last week's drubbing at Chicago Fire. It couldn't get much worse than that, obviously 4-0, an absolute battering. Wasn't a great deal of talking points in the game. The only goal of the game was scored in the 17th minute. Will Johnson getting it. Kaká created it with a free kick, sort of near the halfway line, just inside Real Salt Lake's half. Right on the touchline, he curled it over to the far side. It was in between the defence and the goalkeeper. Made it difficult for the goalkeeper. Didn't want to come out and collect it. Perfect area. Jose attacked it brilliantly. Headed it off the underside of the crossbar. Thought it was going in at first, but it just clipped the underside of the crossbar. Came down. Jonathan Spector tried to head it in, and he felt he got a push, and he appealed for a penalty. That wasn't given, but it didn't matter when Will Johnson came storming in, and somehow there seemed to be two bodies and the goalkeeper around the half of the goal that he was aiming for, and Will Johnson hit it. I think it took a deflection, and it found its way in the back of the net, and that's all that matters. And after that, ever since Orlando took the lead, it was a case of hold that lead and that's it really. Just soak up the pressure, maintain them, and keep that clean sheet, because you've got the goal. If you keep a clean sheet, you've won the game. And that's exactly what Orlando did, especially second half. They got 10 men behind the ball, left Kyle Larin up top. Obviously, it was Larin's first game back into the team. Didn't have a lot to work with. He was working on scraps, and that's probably being kind. Scraps is probably too kind. He had nothing to do, Kyle Larin, but he worked back and put a good shift in. And to be fair, I saw him come deep quite a few times, come real deep to try and win the ball back. So that's good to see. But in terms of an attacking point of view, he nearly scored in the 92nd minute. Obviously, when Real Salt Lake were chasing and gaps were starting to appear more at the back for Orlando. But yeah, the second half, mainly just 10 men behind the ball. And to be honest, Real Salt Lake didn't really create a great deal. It never really felt like they were going to score. The one big chance was when a ball clipped in towards the edge of the area. Chested it into the path of the forward, but luckily Joe Bendick's position was outstanding and he rushed off his line to smother. Other than that, there was a lot of offside calls some of them were dubious, I've got to say. No real clear-cut chances at goal. First half they had a few sniffs before Orlando took the lead, but other than that, it seemed fairly comfortable. And I've seen a few comments of some people saying they were disappointed with the defence. I think you got to say it's a little harsh. Obviously there was times where Jose Aja or whoever it was got caught out and wasn't sure where Plata or whoever it was behind them, or they weren't sure where their man was. And you can pause any games and pick out where the defence isn't quite doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. But it's never that straightforward. It's easy to pause a game and pinpoint where people are going wrong. However, Orlando won the game. You can't criticise them. If they'd have lost the game, you criticise all you want. That's fair enough. But when you win the game 1-0 and you keep a clean sheet, I think it's a bit unfair to pinpoint defence for a clean sheet. You've got to give them credit, I'm sure. Yes, I think you can say that if Orlando were playing against a better attacking team, yes, they may have been punished. But it's all hindsight. It's all ifs, buts, and maybes. So I think they've got to. I think you've got to give the defence credit. I don't know how you can criticise a team that's kept a clean sheet no matter what. They've won the game. It's a typical away performance on the road. Keep it tight, get the goal. Job's a good one. Get back home. When you're home, obviously you want to be more expansive. The onus is on you to go and win the game. And the onus was on Real Salt Lake, and they never really forced that issue. Let us know what your thoughts were on the match at Orlando City on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram.